Hello everyone, welcome to our sessions. I'm going to share on virtual summer program for international mobility during a pandemic or during this pandemic, merge in local culture and self-development. We are from UKM Global, from University Kebangsaan Malaysia. From us, Darul Unja, Hafiz Rasul, and Abdul Latif Ahmad. And our virtual summer program took a definitions as a short-term exchange program provided the knowledge and culture immersions conducted online as adaptations to the internationalizations during this pandemic. So summer program in UKM is an exchange program traditionally conducted through a series of summer programs that encompass technical or scientific aspects of culture immersions. And often here we design it along with our partners at the Faculty and Research Institute. And it's comprised of short-term classes and culture immersions and run from 1 week to 1 month. And it will provide basic certificate and potentially with credit transfer possibility. So the approach in this pandemic is that we have 5 things to consider when we create a virtual program during the pandemic. The first is nature of program that we would like to have. And second is selections of lecturers, tasks and assignments, framework and time, and culture, immersions and appreciations. Nature of program, the first one is either it's a virtual or physical, looking at translating or creating program in a way of we are translating the existing physical program into a virtual, or a mix between virtual and physical, in which a student can join in half of the program and come to our university for half of it. It will save time as well and totally create a new virtual program. And secondly, selections of lecturers. This is related to the topic that we pick, and we define the topics and who we're gonna share in it. We have and what kind of topic they want to share and where they want to share it, from their place, from our place, or synchronize, when, it's where the schedule is and why, because we have to select either they are expert from university, expert from our partner university, or our alumni, or our industry partners, which can share in that program. So the third is the tasks and assignments. It could be synchronous or synchronous, and often we brought in an idea of provide connections among the students via other mediums so that they can work this out through WhatsApp or Telegram, or we can add to performer some extra study hours to the student. And fourth, we have to consider the framework and time. The framework looking at, if we want a framework of engagements, how long can the student be online? It can be 1 day or 1 hour or 2 hours or half day online. Or it could be, what time shall we start at? If we pick what kind of time zone we want to pick. You want to take Asia Pacific or Europeans timeline. So if Asia Pacific, we start in the morning. If you want to have partner from Europe, we start in the afternoon or 3 o'clock. Or how many breakup rooms we want to have. We cannot have too many breakup rooms, too much to evaluate. So we also have to think about 8 to 10 is the most. Or how many in the group? We cannot have 20 people. 8 or 10 is the most, or 6 is the best. And the culture, immersions, and appreciation, when to inject it. So in the case of UKM Global, we have a series of activities can be led by UKM ambassador or UKM buddies. They're also part of the program. And what aspects of Malaysian culture that we want to share? We cannot share all, we have to pick one each time. And what possibility to add culture as part of the task. So we bring you a program that we conducted in last 2 years during the pandemic in 2021 called Global Leadership Program. The nature of program is, at first we want to translate it from the previous one, but we realized it's certificate, so we totally create a new one. It is a 2-hour program per session, 2-hour program per sessions, and maximum 4 hours a day. Will not take longer than that, because we realized that the internet also the data plan will not accept that. And selections of lecturers, we pick partners, friends, and experts from university to be part of it, include our board of UKM chairman, board of director, be part of it. Our VC also included. And we have partners from advertising company also involved in this. And often the lectures, the lecture sessions we bring in, it is asynchronous. And this synchronous is very crucial because we want them to have direct interactions. And we have series of tasks and assignment. And we pick 3 to 4 assignment, not more than that, mainly asynchronous, so that they have extra study hours. It mix between individual and group tasks, so that they can get their points accordingly. And in terms of framework and time, you want to pick partners and friends from Asia Pacific. So we'll begin at 10 o'clock in the morning. So people in India probably start around 7 o'clock, and the others in Japan already 11 o'clock. And so it's just nice. So we have it for 10 days, spread through 3 weeks. So they have 3 days a week they're gonna have that classes. So only half a days in during the sessions. And the fifth, the culture immersions and appreciations. We bring in UKM ambassador. They're gonna share a lot about Malaysian culture and do series of ice-breaking sessions to the students, include some culture of Kahoot, or even Mentimeters are being used as well. And we also put a title, a very specific one in the task. It's a culture and relationship into culture in relations to leadership. Yeah. So this is ULEAD start for 2 years. We have the first year we had 38 students and more than 50 students in 2021, despite having they have peace in 2021. So there's a lot of students participate in it. And the numbers of country, we have more in 2020, but we have 6 countries in 2021. And university partner, still a lot more, we have 15, but there's a lot of students that sign up from these university partners. As a virtual program, we would like students to evaluate us. So this is the part of thing that they evaluate us on the coverage of the subject, the depth, the orders of topic, and topic suitability and time allocation. So by far, we have mainly very good and good. Yeah. Now only some coverage are quite too narrow in last 2000, so 2020, so we change it. So this is the topic that we have. As you can see there, there's a long list of topics from Canali UKM to strategic branding, and most of it very good. And evaluations of program in 2020 in red, and where the one in 2020 is in blue. As you can see here, that we have lots of very good in most of our topics, and even during our 2020 we have a less than good area, yeah, which is 4. So you can see that beneficial and useful topic in the program include leadership, communication, branding, culture, food and culture, and STEM. So we also evaluate our tasks and assignment, realize that most of the students really keen to do it. Most of them consider it very good 5, and very few are fair. So the same as the previous one. And this is a framework and time. As we engage, we realize that students be able to engage with other participants from the country with the time that we're given, and then be able to make friends and will be able to recommend it to their friend. So they consider all the discussion, exercise, and observations are all very good mainly. So if we look at expectations of this program, and last year, 2020, mainly up there, red and blue, you see that most of them mostly met, and the others are fully met. Whereby in 2020, you see expectations were mostly and fully met. As a conclusions, we know that the existing virtual program that we have be able to provide self-improvement and cultural immersions, and definitely will be continued next year. And we also prepare thematic sessions for different years if we will have this for next years to come. And we realize as well there's a future of virtual, as when we provide content, student experience with the world, it is seem to be cheaper and reasonable price because both student and lecturer doesn't have to travel to the place. And then we save a lot on that. And you don't have to prepare ticket and accommodations. And then they just sit at home, except that when they do physical, it's different when you have physical. But it also inspired physical in the near future because when we do knowledge sharing and friendship, it's open for long-term exchange. Particularly students who just begin their second year or third year, they have another extra year, they will come here or come to our university. And we see there's more opportunity for students to experience internationalizations within our home reach. So more students can put this in their CV, they are involved in this kind of program. So with that, thank you so much. Any further question you can